What's up, guys? Mr. Fit to Flourish. And have you ever wondered how these people who run Discords, like if you run the Discord, you're a trader, like how do you know what levels to go bullish or bearish? Like how do you create a game plan? How do you create a trading plan? So I kind of wanted to show that, especially for people out there who's like, yeah, I don't know how to come into the day. Should I come in bullish, bearish? Like there's a lot of stuff going on. The market's like, there's crypto stuff. There's like Trump tweets and stuff. Like I don't even know what to expect. So that used to be me, and I was like, yo, what the heck do you do for the day? Like, I don't know, like, do you just wait for stuff to happen on the chart and then trade? And that's not really what you want to do. You want to have a sort of a bias going into the day, and that bias is based on everything that is happening in the markets, okay? So the first thing you kind of want to look at is, hey, actually, let me show this. So this is what I wanted to show. I wanted to show like, okay, this is Fit to Flourish's game plan. So this is like a screenshot of my Discord, and then this is the game plan. So what was the game plan? The game plan was, hey, SPY for tomorrow. I was saying, hey, this is what I'm looking for. If we gap above 624.54, I'm going calls. I'm loading that bid. I'm loading that thing. Okay, and then my targets were 625.43 and 626.26. So I'm going to tell you, like, why am I bullish above that? And then how do you pick what targets? Like, how do you pick where you think the stock is going to go? Especially at all-time highs. What the heck? Where'd you get those numbers, right? And then if we get if we get a 2-hour close above this level, 626.47, expect a fast move to this level and this level. How do you know it's going to those levels? Like, we don't even have all-time highs that high. Like, what the heck? How do you know? I'll show you that too. And then bearish levels, we have bearish levels, of course. But if we get below this level, then there's going to be a bear bias and a potential flip back bullish at 621.40. Okay, so these levels are absolutely insanely precise, and I will show you how and why. Let's share this tab again. All right, so going back to SPY. So again, I use the 2-hour time frame to create levels and to do a large majority of my analysis. I never go to the daily time frame, the 4-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame, all the time frames that the most YouTube trader people say they use. To me, it's absolutely garbage, absolutely garbage levels. Okay, but anyways, the 2-hour time frame is really good for showing you block orders. It shows you micro double bottoms, micro double tops. What does that show you? It shows you areas where buyers and sellers are agreeing that price should not go below, and areas where buyers and sellers agree that price should not go above. Micro double tops, micro double bottoms. What is that? That's when you have a close right next to an open. It's a sign of a reversal. That's a micro double top. Micro double bottom is when you have a low, again, a close right next to an open, and then it reverses to the upside. Okay. So micro double top, bottom, and then micro double top. Anyways, those areas are pretty significant, okay, as you can see. And then what else is significant besides micro double bottom or top? Massive wicks. Massive wicks show you where, topside massive wicks show you where sellers are stepping in. And then bottom side wicks show where buyers are stepping in. So that's really what you're looking for when you're looking at, like where are the buyers going to be? Where are the sellers going to be? Okay. And then think about what's going on in the market. So right now, the markets are extremely bullish. All right, if I pull this chart back, we are in an uptrend. Okay, that's the first thing to notice. I really, I'm gonna say this for everybody who's trading. If you're trading, okay, they always say the trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. And I try to be stubborn, and I was like, man, f that, man. I'm gonna take shorts, even if the market's going up. Like 99% of the time, market's going up, calls will work 99% of the time because we're in this bullish phase. Okay, if you try to take shorts, usually they will not go, except for one random day where like market sells off randomly. Okay, but if you're in longs 99% of the time in this bull run, you're gonna make money 99% of the time. That's just how it works. Okay, and if you're trying to get shorts, you're gonna get cooked. Okay, and I was wondering, I was like, yo, why do I take like these big L's sometimes? And it was because I kept trying to fade. I'm like kind of a perma bear. I'm turning into a bull now though, but I was kind of a perma bear, and I was trying to take these fades. But essentially, the trend is your friend. You really need to be taking longs when we're in uptrends. Okay, in uptrends take longs, in downtrends take shorts. That's it. Okay, that's how you win, beat the market, beat the game. You got to keep it so simple. You can't be like, oh, I'm gonna be different and make money this different way. No, no, no. Just go make some money, bro. Follow the fucking trend. Because I didn't, and I was getting cooked. I was like, bro, what the heck? So that's the first thing I look. We're in an uptrend. Okay, we're in an uptrend. I'm looking for longs. All right, I'm not looking for freaking shorts. I don't care if there's a Trump tweet. I don't care if there's this or that. I'm not looking for shorts. Okay, I'll just wait for that pullback, and then once that pullback is over exhausted, once all the sellers sold, now I'm looking to go long because it's gonna get bought back up. Because what are we in? An uptrend. All right. This is fire gems right here I'm giving you guys. Okay, I'm doing the homework for you. Anyway, so yeah, I'm in an uptrend, so I'm long biased. So I'm gonna always tell everyone in my group I'm looking for calls. Why? Because we're in an uptrend. I'm not gonna be looking for puts until we get a market structure shift, which means that we have an EMA, a smaller EMA crossing below a larger EMA. Okay. Anyways, so what are we uptrend? And then are we bullish? Yeah, we're still bullish. The 9MA, which is this pink line, is above the 20. All right, still bullish. We're making higher highs. I'm getting higher lows. Cool. Now I'm looking at my key levels. Okay, so the way that the markets move is they go from key level to key level, and you can literally see that. How do I draw these key levels? Go look at the video on key levels. Just go to my page, view channel, and then type in key levels. And there's like 5 videos on how to draw these key levels. They're extremely accurate. You can see here, like it's ridiculous how accurate these key levels are. And then like, share, subscribe if you are getting anything from these videos. And I'll make more of these trading videos. If not, I'll go more to manifestation and fitness videos. But just let me know if you like this video or you like trading videos or learning how to trade like this. Anyways, the market moves from key level to key level. So what does that look like? It looks like this level. Boom, we bounce off of that level to this level. Boom, we rejected that level. That's crazy. So now we know that there's some support here. We know there's resistance up here. Cool. And then what happens when you break above this key level? You go to the next key level. Boom, we rejected this. We're like, oh shit, that's too high. So what do? We came back down. But and then early morning, what did we do again? Boom, we rejected that key level. And we bounced off of that key level. Oh my gosh, this is so boring. That's all stocks do is bounce. Okay, and then we came up to that key level and rejected again. Okay, so now that's telling me something. It's telling me for my game plan, and this is going to be my game plan for what is today is July 12th. Game plan for July 14th, which is Monday, is going to be exactly this. I'm going to show you how I write these game plans. All right, so what I'm looking for is, all right, well, we see that there's bottom side wicks here, bottom side wick here, bottom side wick. Bottom side wicks means that there's buyers stepping in at this area. Okay, bottom side wicks, buyers are stepping in. Top side wicks, sellers are stepping in. So they're pushing price down, but from the bottom, pushing price up. It looks like we have some volume in this area too, but basically buying in this area. Okay, a lot of buying. We're also holding that 20 MA pretty nicely. We're holding the 9 MA. And then I like to look at my volume RSI. My volume RSI tells me if there's a lot of up volume coming in or a lot of down volume. And here, there's a lot of up volume. How do I know? The volume RSI is above 70, and it's pointing to the motherfucking sky. Okay, looks like it's very bullish. Now, for my game plan, now I'm like, okay, what's my game plan? Well, it looks like we're holding the 621 level. And it looks like we need to break 624.44 to revisit highs at 626, the next key level. So I'm going to be looking for moves above 624.44. Okay, this is how I started. I go SPY, and I go above 624.44 is easy money longs. So if we're like in between here, I probably don't want to trade anything. Like if we're like in between, like probably don't want to trade anything because then you're just in the middle of black space. And the best way to trade is when you hit key levels, because at those levels we know like we're gonna get tested. If we bounce, then we're gonna be ripping all the way up here. Okay, but if we break below, then we're gonna be falling all the way here. But if we're in this black space, there's not really any, like, we don't know what we can go up, we can go down, like in the middle of this black space. Like, I don't really know what's gonna happen, you know. So you kind of have to be really careful about that. I need to charge my computadora to keep spitting this fire. Here we go. Boom. All right. So yeah, my game plan is going to be, all right, I'm looking for a break above 624 and I'm going to go long. Okay. And then I'm going to say, what are my targets? So how do we find our targets? So targets usually are key levels or areas of previous support and resistance. So my key level looks like it's going to be 626. So I would say my targets. And then you can also use Saudi ATR. So I use the swing ATRs. Let's see where that's at. And that lines up perfectly with the call zone ATR for the month. And if you don't know what ATRs are, go look at my videos on ATRs. Right? And then I also kind of like to look at the next day's projection using the current close. What is going to be our zones? So our long zone is going to be at 624.93. That's going to be a bullish zone. And then the targets, again, is going to be 626.26. Then it looks like the 50% expected move for the day, which would be 627.08. 627.08. And then above that is the 100% expected move, which is actually at the next fib extension, 629.09. Okay. Then and then that level is like way too far. Like it's way beyond SPY's average daily move, which is the ADR, the average daily range. So you have to understand how much your stock typically moves every day. But the next level would be, so then if, and this is how I say then if really bullish, then what I say, 629.09. Okay, because that's likely not going to happen. We're probably not going to see that in one day, like a move all the way up from 624 to 629. It's ridiculous. That's not going to happen unless there's something crazy that happens that day that's really bullish. Like Trump says, hey, no tariffs for everyone. Everyone made really good deals. We're firing Jerome Powell and we're cutting rates. Everyone will be like, yo, what the heck? Market's flying. Okay, market's flying. We'll probably get there. But we're not going to get there, all right? Likely on Monday, July 14th, we're going to see a break above 624.44, and then we're going to test 626.26, and we could potentially set another all-time high, hitting 627.09 at the 50% maximum expected move for the day. All right, so I'm going to set this back to regular, and then we're going to go swing. All right, boom. And yeah, all right, so that's fine. Cool. So that's the move up. So how do I know where this is going to turn bearish? Okay, because I usually say, hey, if we go long, then look for calls. So how do I know where this is going to turn bearish? Well, I basically will kind of look around, look to the left, and I know if we break below this hold level, this was the the move up. And then we held that level, and look at where these wicks are holding. They're pretty much holding at this hold level. So every time we get to this level, we got bought up. We came back down. Look at that massive selling, huge bottom side wick, massive selling, and then all of a sudden, huge bottom side wick, it got bought back up. So I'm basically knowing that this level right here, if we get below that, if we don't get bought up again, SPY is probably cooked. It's probably coming down. So 623.12. So just look at your chart and see, how do I know when this is going to be bearish? Well, whenever you pass a level that we should not be passing below, all right? If we get below that, then we know something's wrong. No one's buying up again. What's going on? And then if you kind of drag this across, you can see we got bought massively back up at that area again. So we should be getting bought up in this area around 623.12. Okay. So then I would add to this, I would say below 623.12 is bad news bears. I like to be just kind of funny because trading should be fun. Whatever you do, and whatever you like are trying to get good at, it should be fun. Or else just don't do it, bro. If like you're stressing or some shit. All right. Anyway, so below 623.12 is bad news bears. Okay, you should not get below that. But what happens when we get there? So then I say below is bad news bears. We will see 621.40, which is the next key level. So if we break this level, next key level 621.40. But guess what happened there last time? We have big bottom side wick, big bottom side wick, big bottom side wick. So we should end up, if we break below this level here, we should end up breaking and then hitting that level and then bouncing. So we'll see 621.40, which will be a massive long opportunity. Bruh. Whoops, I don't know what's going on right now. All right, I was just trying to move this. Jeez. All right, this is two. Boom. All right, there we go. All right, which will be so above 624.44 is easy money. Targets would be 626, blah blah blah, and then if really bullish, blah. But below this level, we'll see 621.40, which will be a massive long opportunity. And then you have to think of every scenario though. If we break this 621.40 level, where are we likely to go? Then I look to the left and see, where are we likely to go? Well, it looks like we're kind of consolidating in this area pretty nicely. And we held this previous key level at 619.10. So that was the previous resistance area, and we broke above it, and then it became support. All right, so 619.10. So below, which will be a massive long opportunity. And then I say, but below 621.40 is extremely bearish, and we will see 619.10. And then below 619.10 is pretty much going to be a market structure shift, and we would get a nasty move all the way down to 613.23. Okay, it would not be good, and it would probably end up coming all the way down to 607. But that'd be extremely bearish, and then would retest these highs around 604, where we have a lot of consolidation, which will probably eventually happen. I don't know if that's going to happen right now. I think we're going to 650, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, that's basically how I set it up. So what? Again, how do I create this this game plan? Okay, how do I create this game plan? This literally that way. Okay, here's the exact setup. My bullish plan. So what's my bullish plan? Share this tab. So my bullish plan is above 624. We're gonna go long. How do I know? Because this looks like this is a level that we need to break. Look at what happened last time we broke it. We went to the next level. Okay, break that level, we're flying. All right. However, if we're below and we get below this level, then we're cooked. All right, and if we are below, then I'll just wait. I'll wait till we break. Then I'll look to go long. Okay, but if we fall and we get below this, I'm not looking for shorts. Remember, I'm not looking for shorts because shorts can get cooked pretty quickly. I'm not looking for shorts. I'm waiting for that pullback, and then I'm going long because the overall trend is long, and that's or is bullish, and the trend is your friend. Volume RSI says that we're getting a lot of up volume as well. We're in this uptrend. We're holding the 9 and the 20 MA on the 2-hour time frame. Looks really good. So that's the game plan for July 14th, 2025. All right. And that's how you do it. Anyways, hopefully this helps you to kind of look at your game planning and see how you're going to decide to attack the day. But you need to understand what are you going to do if the stock is going to go here? What are you going to do tomorrow if the stock is going to go here? Okay, so you need to understand, like, what are you going to do? You can't just be like reacting all the time, like, oh, snap is going there. Let me do this, or let me what should I do here? Let me go short. But are you going short when we're in a bull market and every pullback is getting bought up? Like, is that really what you want to do? Do you want to risk your money like that? No, you want to be precise. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm being very precise every single day. I'm coming to the markets with a game plan. It's like going like football games. Like whenever I always say this because I played football, I played college football, all that stuff. So I watch film. You watch film. Tom Brady watches film all the time, right? All these good football players, they watch film. You have to know how to approach the game. Are you going to do passes? Are you going to do runs? Are you going to do these run schemes? Is their defensive front weak? Is their defensive front strong? Are they going to bring pressure on the quarterback? what are you going to do to plan around this stock or to plan around this day? Okay, so that's pretty much what it looks like. It's your boy, Mr. Fit to Flourish, and if you liked it, like, share, subscribe, all that YouTube stuff, free 3-day trial to the Discord in the link in the bio. I'm outie. What's up, guys? It's your boy, Mr. Fit to Flourish. If you like this content when it comes to trading or fitness or just growing in person, feel free to click any of the links in the bio. So we have a link for our Discord for trading, and that trading Discord, we have a free 3-day trial that's going on. But if you're not someone who really likes trading, or if you want to grow as a person in terms of mindset, your finance, your health, wealth, spiritual fitness, and you like that content, we do have a group specifically tailored to helping men grow. That Discord link is in the bio. We have a free section, and then we have a paid section where we go more in detail and do one-on-ones. If you want to do one-on-ones, again, those links have all the things that you want to see. If you want to see more of this content, you like this content, keep liking, subscribing, and doing all that YouTube-y stuff. Check out the Discords down in the links below. Good morning, welcome to the Fit to Flourish podcast. Let's talk wellness, finance, and growth.